Committee reports. Mrs. Gundam, do we have a legislative update?
I do. Senate Bill 50 recently passed and is expected to head to Governor DeWine's desk. And that bill would allow 14 and 15-year-olds to work, I believe, up till 9 p.m. at night. Presently, they're allowed to work until 7 p.m., whereas 16 and 17-year-olds can work up till 11 p.m. Now, I don't know what changes it's really going to have practically. I know when I was 15 and a half, I worked at McDonald's. That was like my first job. And I remember getting frustrated, like I'd get there at like 4:45 or whatever, and then I'd have to clock out by 7. I'm like, why am I even here, for $8 or whatever? But, so this would allow kids to work later, but at the same time, it doesn't change the number of hours they can work on a school night. I think it's like 3 at the most. And it also kind of conflicts with federal labor laws about how late 14 and 15-year-olds can work too. So I'll be interested in seeing how this plays out.
Interesting. Good. Okay, thank you. Butler Tech report. I do have a report tonight. So Butler Tech is in the midst of their 50-year celebration, right? Started in 1975 there in the Fairfield Township at D. Russell Lee, and has expanded to many different campuses. And in January, they will add the AmHub campus, Advanced Manufacturing Hub, what used to be Vora Tech. And then in February, the aviation campus will open at the Middletown Airport, and of course the expansion of the Bioscience Center somewhere in that time frame as well. We just had sort of a strategic plan that was a look forward as well as a look back, and in the 24-25 school year, I think this is an interesting number, in terms of students on the different Butler Tech campuses, adult learners on the Butler Tech campuses, and then students taking Butler Tech classes at their home schools. Here at Fairfield, we have a number of Butler Tech sponsored classes that touch the life of 38,000 people in Butler County last school year. That is amazing. Along with that, how about number of hours in work-based learning? So Butler Tech started something called the Fifth Day Learning, Fifth Day Work Experience. And in that experience, students actually go out to different locations and see what a real job in that field is like, and work with those employers. And so since that program started, they have now logged over 500,000 hours of work-based learning for the students of Butler Tech. And then finally, a big part of what Butler Tech does after the education piece is the credentialing piece, right? It can be expensive, and for many careers, it is the last piece before you can actually apply for a job in that field. So Butler Tech works hard to ensure that students earn industry credentials. And so, again, since they made that a focus, they've presented over 5,154 industry credentials, allowing students to walk right into the profession they trained for out of Butler Tech. So amazing things going on there, and certainly more to follow. They talked about 50 years later, their 50th year may in fact have been their most impactful, and so that's quite an accomplishment.
It is. My son did the Fifth Day Experience. His construction class went to a commercial site. That's
Nice.
pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
OSHA approved, of course.
Of course. Student achievement, Mrs. Burning Miller.
I'm going to highlight a school instead of just student. So our West Elementary students has spent, the student council worked with the food pantry, and they collected over 2,100 items to donate of non-perishable items to the food pantry. So I want to give a huge kudos to all of the West students and the staff there that was able to collect that much. And that's just a small portion of what our district is doing as trying to work and continue to make sure that our students and community is fed. So if you are interested in donating or have anything you can donate that's non-perishable, you can take it to any of our schools during their hours, and you can check and see that on our Facebook page. It lists what hours they're available. You can also go to the administration building, or you can donate directly to the food pantry at 78 Donald Drive.
It's awesome.
Great, thank you. Parks and Recreation, Mr. Clark.
Yes, sir. Friday, tomorrow, is the last day that you can register to be in the Parade of Lights. It's the 7th annual. It's hard to believe it's been, it must be the 7th one. It's always amazing. So if you've never been, I highly suggest you go, and if the weather's nice, it's even better. Let's see, we got blood drive by the Fairfield Fire Department. That is Monday, November 24th, from 2 to 6 p.m. on Nillis Road, the fire department there. And there's Stories with Santa that starts on Tuesday, December 2nd at 6 o'clock. Also at 7 and 7:30. And that's at the CAC building, Community Arts Building, December 2nd. And then lastly, for any of the artists out there, you can put an application in for your artwork to be hung on the wall as an exhibit in 2026, and that deadline is November 10th. So I don't know if you've ever saw some of the artwork that's there. A couple months ago, they had an artist that designed on like snowboards and skis and skateboards, and they had those mounted on the walls. It was pretty cool. But there's a lot of good artwork there. If you've never been down there to see any of that, I highly suggest stop in for a few minutes. It's pretty amazing, pretty good.
Great,
That's all I got, Mr. President.
thank you. Mr. Smith, Planning Commission?
Planning Commission did meet recently, however, they did not discuss any topics relevant to the board.
Thank you.
Welcome.